Happy Super Wild Card Weekend, NFL fans, and welcome to Gary Lamm Main Event Mania. And today we are going to talk about my takes on the Wild Card Weekend and how it affects the 49ers. All right. And my first takeaway is this. Watching all the quarterbacks, and to be fair, I haven't watched Jaden Daniels versus Baker Mayfield, but watching everyone that played this week, I know for sure Brock Purdy is worth all the big bucks he's gonna get. It is what it is. Good old Brock, not Brock. Good old Brock is worth all the money he's gonna get. He is playoff tested. And look it, he didn't have his best year this year, but that looks like his floor. A Pro Bowl alternate is Brock Purdy's floor, and I think that's pretty fair. So he's going to make all the big money. He's worth as much as Love or anybody else here, which leads me to my next point. Brock's going to get his 60 or 65 million, or he could. So it's up to Brock to think like a Super Bowl champion. Patrick Mahomes. And he doesn't have to do this because the 49ers, he may not see the 49ers as a Super Bowl team. So if you don't see the 49ers as a Super Bowl team, I just saw two planes getting real close to each other. That scared the shit out of me, but everything's okay. But speaking of too close, the 49ers have been too close to the Super Bowl and just this far away. So, Brock, you might have to help us out by taking a little bit less pay. Do you want to be a Super Bowl champion? Are you willing to take a little bit less? Are you willing to take about $45 million? The cap's going to go up, but you're going to be okay. I think you'll survive on $49 million, something like that, right? $51 million instead of $65, just to help the 49ers keep on getting good players like the Kansas City Chiefs seem to always do. You look at the top quarterbacks as far as pay, none of them, the top 10, none of them are Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is not top 5 paid quarterback. He should be, sure as heck should be. He's not, but like I said, that's up to Brock. If Brock thinks we're a contender, if he thinks the 49ers are going in the right direction, it's up to you, man. I'd like to see that. We'll see if anyone on the 49ers has a championship mindset, if there's any give and take, but Brock is definitely worth everything he's gonna get. As far as the pay scale, I guess the culture of what quarterbacks get paid, Brock's as good as any of those guys. It's not better than Josh Allen, the Superman, but everyone else, he's just as good. Brock's right there with Allen and Hurts and whoever you want to put in there. Love all the guys. Okay, which leaves me to another takeaway I had. The 49ers game planning or game calling, Kyle Shanahan, you are the play caller. You are the offensive coordinator. And I want to say one thing. The 49ers do not have Clay Kubiak as offensive coordinator, and what an embarrassment in not knowing the rules again. There's question as to whether Kyle Shanahan knew the rules in overtime as far as how many possessions a team has. There's question about that. A big mistake in accounting, which the 49ers lost a 5th round draft pick over this. And if you didn't hear it, the 49ers were not supposed to announce Clay Kubiak as their offensive coordinator, as they're supposed to have an outside search first. And okay, the good news, there's a silver lining, is that we know that if there is a first choice, it is Clay Kubiak. We weren't sure about that concerning Nick Sorensen as far as defensive coordinator, but we do know that Clay Kubiak is Kyle Shanahan's first choice. But we don't know is whether Kyle Shanahan knows the rules or not. Kyle Shanahan is a qualified coach, and I want to give him the benefit of the doubt. What that tells me, he is tired and exhausted, and he needs help, which is why I wanted him to name at least a lackey. Someone to share the burden as offensive coordinator. He needs guys to help him out. He needs to delegate some of that workload. The word on the street is he has cameras in every meeting room. He can buzz in and add his 2 cents in every single meeting. That is a lot of work. He looks old and gray. But back to my point. The Buffalo Bills were down early to the Denver Broncos. Bo Nix goes deep. Big play. They were down naming the Buffalo Bills, meaning the Buffalo Bills, okay? But what they did, they ran the ball. And how many times, 49er fans, even with a lead, has the 49ers, a running team, not ran the ball? This is a big takeaway. Balanced offense. Why don't we do it? I don't know. There's, I've heard Larry Krueger say maybe the reason is they don't have a power offensive line. But Kyle did the same thing in Atlanta. Kyle needs someone to tell him to run the ball just like Buffalo did. And this is more evidence to what I was saying about Brock being worth the money. Even with Josh Allen, quarterback of the Buffalo Bills, Superman of Supermen, great arm, better arm than Patrick Mahomes, maybe even more powerful runner than Jalen Hurts or I'm not saying faster or Jalen Hurts. That guy's everything, right? He still can't beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs, but that's another story. But even with him, even with a guy with a cannon arm, all the attributes, Buffalo Bills ran the ball, even down early. That's what the 49ers need to do. They need to maintain that identity, and that may mean investing in offensive line, which they did this year. Pooney, number 77, right guard, fantastic pick. We need to do more of that. And that's the bottom line. We need to do something. No matter what we do, we need to run the ball and stay with it. It's ridiculous. We're throwing the ball, on a 2 to 3 ratio pass to run. I just don't get it. If the Bills are going to do it, so should we. Same thing. The Eagles are running away. They're defeating the Packers. That is something you do. This is the 49ers have to be a run team. In the playoffs, that you do. The 49ers, that is their philosophy. We need to stick to the program, Kyle. Kyle, stick to your guns. They need to keep running. It works for Josh Allen. Brock Purdy, please, I agree we should pay you. I believe in you at first, and I believe in you now. I think our problem is not sticking to the script, not running the ball. Balanced offense makes you look better. And man, when you got that running back quarterback combination, like with Baltimore, Lamar Jackson and Henry and Darnold and Cook and Love and Jacobs and Hurts and Saquon, Maybe it's because McCaffrey's hurt and Purdy and McCaffrey didn't work as well. Yeah, but still, Brock Purdy with 20 to 12 ratio, 21-12, 20 touchdown picks. Yeah, he's got to be more clutch, but Brock's worth the money. You got to balance it out. Or else NFL defense are going to be ready if you're too predictable runner pass. Okay, all right. I noticed this thing. I'm trying to keep this 10 minutes or less. Every team in the playoffs has creative pressure. It's not just man beating man or in a wide 9. There's creative pressure. There are free blitzers open every game on both sides of the ball in every damn game. And it's so rare for the 49er defense to ever see that happening. They are not helped by their coaches. At least they got to move around Nick Bosa. I'm wondering if Nick Bosa is I think Nick Bosa can do anything. I don't think we should worry about if he's going to be, an outside linebacker at a 3-4 or an edge player. Nick Bosa is going to have to figure it out, and it might be nice for him to move around a little bit. It might, get a little something, freshen it up, man. Get some neuroplasticity. Get Bosa back involved. Get him back having fun. Okay, we need some creative defensive pressure, we can't. I think Nick Bosa and Fred Warner, the guys, I think he'll figure it out eventually because he's a competitor, and it might be a fun challenge. Okay, and again, first play of the game, Eagles, Packers, Burks knocked the hell out of the Eagle return man, fumble recovery. We need impact special teams for the 49ers. We play not to lose on special teams. John Lynch defending Kyle Shanahan says Kyle really cares about special teams, and I'm sure you do. But we need that impact attitude. We need guys that run through a brick wall on special teams so we can play special. And our team, the 49ers, let's go. Gary Lamm, Mania. What I saw out of these playoffs that is going to be helpful for the 49ers. God bless you. Keep it real. Keep it clean. It's been a down year, but I still love our team. Bang, bang, 90 gang. Love you guys.